and Information Sciences. I am currently taking my bachelor's degree in Information Technology in PUP Santa Mesa, Manila. For this research pitch, let me ask you this question. Have you ever felt an earthquake? Is it weak, that you felt a slightly swaying? Or is it strong, that you ran outside and you were so terrified about it? Or is it severe, that you can't even stand on the ground firmly? We have these experiences because our country, the Philippines, is located in the Pacific Ring of Fire, where active volcanoes and earthquakes occur, and the land below us actively crash into each other and producing earthquakes. In 1990, a magnitude 7.7 killed nearly 2,000 people in the northern part of the Philippines. Still now, earthquake events cannot be predicted. There are still unknown factors to predict an earthquake. In the aftermath of an earthquake, we can provide a solution in there as information technology student, as there is a need in immediate rescue operation in emergency situation and proper allocation of resources in critical areas or those with immediate need. We can provide an informative visual map of the shaking intensity of the earthquake surrounding the eye of an earthquake. In my field, the human can act as on-site observer of an earthquake event. We can report based on how we felt an earthquake event. If you report that, you can call yourself a citizen scientist. And in the early years, this data of human testimonies regarding an earthquake is already collected. And as of now, it is now in millions. In my field, information technology, we can teach the machine to learn from these millions of data and learn the pattern from it and recognize an unseen in layer of information that cannot be seen by a human person. And therefore, we can use the machine for predicting something in the current events or future events. Here's my thesis. From 2005 to 2021, we collected human testimonies corresponding different earthquakes worldwide. And we fed it into the machine or teach the machine to learn about this data. And recognize the pattern, we trained it, we tested it, and used it for predicting the intensity per location in surrounding the earthquake. What I mean by location is very specific. My location in here will be different 20 steps forward. So that is how specific our solution is. Our solution is a very innovative new approach in using human data, testimonies, and machine in predicting the intensity of an earthquake. What I mean by intensity is the shaking dealt by an earthquake when an earthquake happens. In this our solution, you wouldn't have a quake, shake, rattle, and roll in the Philippines. Thank you. That's the end of my presentation.
Thank you, Mr. Aguilar. And to ask a question regarding your presentation, let me call again AVP Thomas O. Testor. Sir Testor, you can give your answer now.
Thank you, Sir Ryan. This is an interesting project. First, there are a lot of studies taken regarding quake-related systems.
Yes, sir.
First, and mitigate the circumstances that this disaster. And of course, lately, the Oriental been experiencing earthquake have experienced a number of quakes. I think this project will help national disaster risk reduction of Haiti. Let me ask you, how are you explain this project? So full support if you so this project.
I will explain it to Phoebox, who handles earthquake disaster, that humans have the potential to felt an earthquake, and we humans can provide a preliminary information. And it will be powerful if we integrate technologies, especially machine. The machine can predict the earthquake intensity that will be helpful in providing allocation of resources and immediate rescue operation, especially when an earthquake happens, especially when it is a strong one. And our country is located in Pacific Ring of Fire, where many earthquakes occur every day. But some only can be damaging, but we should be prepared and ready for this.
Will you compare that to the existing machines or equipment that the Philippines are using?
The FIVOX have intensity recording by region, but ours is very specific by location. It is longitude and latitude, as I have said. My position now in here will be different in position 20 step forward. That is how our machine predicting the intensity. So our solution is more specific, and we are using human data, and these humans are powerful. We became citizen scientists contributing to the scientific